Music should not be required for high school students. Now, you might be asking yourself how I could say such a thing. The fact of the matter is that as it stands, music class should not be a requirement. It needs serious reform to stay relevant and meaningful to the students that exist today. One of the biggest issues I can think of right now is that the ensemble or large performance takes up most, if not all, of what might be limited time in the classroom. Another thing is that with the internet, technology has advanced a lot, and people experience music differently these days. The teachers who are there working in their classrooms don't have the support that they need. The world is changing. The curriculum should too. Let's face it, it's outdated. When music was added to the classrooms in the early 1900s, that was a world that doesn't exist anymore. Kids don't need to go to school to learn music. They have the internet, they have YouTube, they have Google, they have any amount of tutorials they need, and they can do it all from their phone. And the teachers who do care are ill-equipped to bridge the gap from what was into what is now. When I hear talk about solutions, a big word is funding. Let's support the arts. Let's donate money to the arts. And if there was no issue, then why would we need so much help? The fact of the matter is that funding is woefully, unevenly distributed. A lot of it has to do with your socioeconomic status. If you come from a poor neighborhood versus a more affluent one, your education is going to be different. And even if you are one of the lucky schools that does receive the money, those resources are not necessarily being utilized properly. We need to move into the 21st century and give these kids the skills that they need to work in a modern world. We need to move beyond these large performances. We need to invest in better technology. And more importantly, we need to change the way that we think so that we can honor this new generation who live in this new world. And in that world that I can imagine, I see video creation, scoring films, using computers and cameras, hooked up to keyboards and guitars, students collaborating to act, sing, dance, and yes, play instruments as well. We don't need to get rid of the ensemble performance in its entirety, but we do need to change the way that it's integrated into the classroom. Think about team sports and how they complement PE. Each student has to take PE, but not every student wants to enroll on the football team or do gymnastics. Much like if music was a requirement, not every student would be required to learn an instrument and play in a large group. Now, if you care, all you need to do is stay a student. We need to learn to listen and understand our children a little bit better. We need to work together with everyone who has a stake in this to coordinate and commit on a direction for the future. Now, for teachers, this might mean some professional development. No matter what we choose, we need to come together so that we can transform not only the lives of our students, but our own musical lives as well.